All right, and here we go as the revs go up for the 450 Pro main event, and the gate's down. Caleb with a good start on that inside. Lead them in, but somebody's attack up the inside. I think it was Hemi or Big Fluffy Chicken that grabbed it. But Caleb sticking to the outside hits the bigger line and takes over that early lead. Hunter in second. Big Fluffy Chicken in third. Nathan fourth, and Zippy running out your top five as they begin their first full lap round. But it is Caleb who has been super dominant lately. Definitely here in MXOR, but as I've been hearing from others and also many other things, ARL and whatnot, the owner of MotionWorks Suspension showing why everyone likes his suspension, because it's definitely him out there out front. Obviously he's just really good at the game too, but yeah, that suspension works. Also one of our sponsors here at MXOR, so if you're looking to get yourselves set up with some solid suspension, check out motionworksuspension.com or join the Discord. But really nice to see Hunter actually keeping it somewhat close to Caleb here, trying to keep him honest here. We've got Jake in third. Big Fluffy Chicken in fourth. Nathan running at top five. And it is Dizzle in sixth. Emmy in seventh. Zippy in eighth. And Frank, ninth place. You know, timing and scoring says otherwise. Got Hemi and Frank flipped. Our game having a rough start in this one as well, finding himself sitting in 10th right now. How much things can change quickly. See how far up some of those guys can get up here. But yep, Caleb doing exactly what was expected. Out front cruising, pulling away now. Hunter was keeping him honest for a minute there. But Caleb is starting to check out now. Looked like Jake was going to come up and pass Hunter for a second, but he had a mistake there and goes flying off of the berm near the start straight. Loses a position instead. Yeah, he lost a position instead. Oh, but it looks like Hunter went down, so he's going to lose a couple positions. Going to allow Big Fluffy Chicken into second and Jake into third. As these four riders are much closer now. Four-way battle for second, basically. Big Fluffy Chicken's got a tiny bit of space between him, and then the next three are right in line. Which in case triple a little bit there. That allows Jake to get really close here. Jake going to make the move on the inside after hitting that big quad single in the long rhythm lane there. And it's going to take over that second place. And now it is the Club MX FXR MotionWorks suspension guys, 1 and 2. Caleb and Jake. Big Fluffy Chicken in third. Dizzle. I went after him for it though, and Hunter right there as well. Oh, and Dizzle comes up short and goes over the bars. Now it's between Hunter and Big Fluffy Chicken. As Jake starts to extend away from these guys a little bit. Here comes Caleb still out front. Starting to get into lappers. Has put Don't Kill Me on kick. A lap down. Next in line is going to be my man Bear. Mr. William as he goes down right there. And Caleb goes by and...
Nope, didn't go a lap down.
And he was already past you. Had enough, huh?
I did. That's why I don't ride the 450.
Yep, yep.
Probably should have stuck to the Yamaha also.
Yeah. I didn't want you to switch just for the stream, just for the kid. Much as I love having kids.
Hey, at least, that was a pretty good crash. So I did hold up my end of the bargain. You would see me go flying at some point.
Yeah, true. It was spotted right there, plain as day on stream, and then watching you vanish as well.
But I was back here with him. But look at Rax. Look how far down he is right now.
I know, dude. He was riding so good in the heat earlier, just struggling.
Pressure looks like he's struggling too. They're actually in the top 10 now. Time and scoring finally updated.
Oh yeah, you're right. Still, like I said, still like struggling. Like they were riding, like especially Dizzle, or sorry, especially Rax. He was riding so good in the heat.
Yeah.
Pressure was you know, sitting in the heat in the kind of place where he should be where he is right now in the main. You know, running like he was running like 5th in the heat. So top, you know, just around 9-10 makes sense.
Almost looks like Jake's starting to catch Caleb, right?
Yeah, you actually, I didn't even realize that. You're actually right. Where are they? Yeah, there's Jake.
You can see him in that rhythm section now.
Big Fluffy
Caleb
Chicken's still keeping Jake honest, too.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely doesn't have quite the raw speed as those two out front, but, you know, there's like always...
Caleb goes down.
You gotta be in it to win it. You gotta keep it close. And like you said, Caleb
went
down. Here comes Jake! With a great run through the whoops. Does not send the quad single. Doesn't want to end up landing on Caleb.
He would have.
And the battle is on for the lead. And yeah, that's the difference between you know, people with brains and etiquette and people that don't have it. Right there.
Yeah. And it's his team, man. I don't think he's gonna do him too dirty. You know, trying to get the lead.
Gotcha.
Caleb does seem like he's starting to make a few mistakes, so maybe Jake just needs to put the pressure on him, because I don't think Caleb's had much of that in these races. You know, he normally gets out front and just kind of walks away. I enjoy commentating so much more.
Yeah, I have a good time up here for sure.
Especially in Supercross.
Yeah. And this looks like it could be a really good battle here. As Caleb makes a little mistake there. Jacob's going to go up the inside, but Caleb's going to cut down and hold on to that position. That's
what you're talking about right there, though. That's just racecraft between the two.
Yeah, that is actually racecraft. Exactly.
Like, Caleb knew if he would have stayed outside, Jake would have taken that spot away.
Exactly.
But Caleb cut back down and avoided a whole mess right there. As Caleb makes another mistake and Jake gets into him, who's going to come out of this one? They both cut to the inside.
Jake cuts down.
Jake currently has it because of cuts, though. I think Caleb does have a second of cuts. As we are now at the halfway point of this race.
Yep,
Big Fluffy
little
Chicken
over
is
10
not
minutes
too far
plus a lap
behind.
to go.
These guys keep on battling like this, and next thing you know, BFC will be right there.
Yeah, definitely closing in here.
Jake looks a little faster though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
In some
I
areas.
haven't seen him like specifically put a lap in that much faster, but he definitely looks like he has the edge in this race right now.
I think he does. I think that back section after the whoops, I think he's faster through there. As he makes a mistake, isn't able to go quad single. That is the thing though. There are some big rhythms on this track that you could hit. W lappers
Want to
so
check
far that I've
those
seen.
2 lap times?
Yeah. Fastest lap right now is actually Caleb with a 50.3, Hemi with a 51.5, and Jake with a 51.5.
Okay. Yeah, and I know the
I
fastest
think
I've
Jake is
seen
just
out of Caleb is a 50 flat from qualifying. And he ran a
looks
solid
like
50 in the first heat too. And Jake's ran a 50, but not quite as
Caleb
fast.
actually has 2 seconds of cuts.
Yep.
So this could play a factor if Jake can just stay here.
It seems like Caleb still definitely has him a little bit on the raw speed factor, but as this
Just
track has dug in and gone away a little bit, seems like Jacob
Caleb
has
keeps
the
on making
favor.
these. Caleb's making so many little mistakes that are causing him to slow down.
Jake. Looks like Caleb is trying to stretch it out now.
But just watch Jake through this back half. He just seems like he gets it so much smoother
It's this
than
last
Caleb
rhythm
does.
section too. Caleb keeps messing up this
Yeah.
last rhythm section.
Well, in that quad single, it seems like Jake is able to get it so clean compared to Caleb.
Yep. Quad single after the whoops, and then the last rhythm section after like right before the finish. Seems like Caleb is weaker there. Jake's got it.
Caleb got another second of cuts.
Oh man.
I think he was getting it
Jake
right there in
Jake
that big
doesn't even have
rhythm
to pass
section where
him.
he's messing up. No, there's 3 seconds of cuts that go in Jake's favor right now. As Caleb gets a good run through the whoops, but he messes up and can only go triple double. As Jake just gets a great run through the whoops every time.
Always gets that quad. I think
Yeah.
the only time I've seen
him
the only time I think I've seen him not do it is
Caleb
when
makes
he.
a mistake. Jake gets the pass on track.
Wait, I think the only time I've seen him not do it is when he was behind Caleb and didn't want to land on him. What was that,
Ooh.
Caleb?
I mean, he was a little squirrely coming off that finish line though.
Okay,
But
so
Jake
let's chalk
gets
up to a
Jake gets the
mistake.
pass. Yeah. Yeah, Jake got the pass back though. He's making that inside line work. Did you see that? That was fast. See, Caleb keeps on messing up right there. As he goes to the inside of Jake.
He's going for it again. And he gets it done this time.
Out of the way. Jake's
isn't
been racing him
done.
clean.
Oh, and Caleb goes down and Jake back to the lead.
It seems like Caleb needs to get a hold of Jake and maybe he needs to be the one writing these suspension setups.
Hey, who says he doesn't?
Right?
Caleb might own motion race, but who knows who contributes, right?
Caleb just got 2 seconds.
I'm not behind the scenes.
I mean, hey, it gave him 2 seconds of cuts for doing what he did over that finish line.
Oh yeah, that and then on the inside of the corner before they cross over the start straight before the whoops. I think that's both. I think that was both those that gave him a second each.
Yep. Currently has him 9 seconds back, even though he's probably only 2 to 3.
Yeah, like you were saying that he rode him clean, right? Or sorry, he was riding him clean, and Caleb seemed like he was getting a little aggressive, right? Well, Caleb probably realized how much the cuts were hurting him, and knew that he kind of needed to get aggressive if he wanted the chance to actually get the win.
Yeah. But think about this. Jake had to come out of the LCQ because he didn't pay his entry fees for this race.
I like that.
And it's currently leading this thing. You know Caleb's going to beat himself up over this race. This was all on him.
Oh yeah, you know he's gonna be completely talking about how he sold this one.
Yep. But I mean, look how nice the road is with these 450s.
Yeah, it's almost like I should have kept it higher.
See what I mean though? It's like,
Doesn't make any sense, really.
yeah. I mean, the lifts
I
are
mean, I
kind of
guess it
getting
a
loose,
little bit
but
makes sense. We're short on the number for the main as well, and
and
then we
5
had
people
five
have
people. Yeah,
retired.
5 people retired in the first like half to 3/4. So, that kind of makes sense a little bit at least compared to what I was thinking it would have been with 22.
Look at Caleb finally picked up on that line Jake was doing.
Oh yeah,
That inside. But I mean, Caleb has to be careful. If he keeps on making mistakes like he is, VFC on timing and scoring is not too far back from him.
oh absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find some other battles though.
Looks like Frank and Hemi. Yeah. Or Frank and Nathan? Or no, it's Hemi.
Just glancing over chat, I got Peter Payne showing the love, saying W stream. Thank you, brother.
It's actually Dizzle, Hunter, and Hemi going at it right now for a 3-way battle for fourth. And I believe Nathan. Yeah. And there's a couple other battles going on. Nathan, Rax, Frank, and Stargame all are pretty close to each other. But it's that 4 to 6 battle. It's pretty
Yes,
close
sir.
right now.
Wait, what position is that? Let's see. Rax is it's actually 8, 9, 10 for those three.
8, 9, 10 it is? Okay.
Yeah, Nathan's
Well,
in
so is-
7th.
Well, yeah, look at 4, 5, and 6. They're all right there.
Oh,
all in the
okay. I
train
see what you mean. Okay. Yep. Dizzle, Hemi, and
on
Hunter.
track. There's some cuts there, but yeah.
No, yeah, they're really close.
I think
Yep,
Dizzle's
and
the
Hunter
one that
just went
doesn't
down?
have cuts. Wow, there's a lot of cuts on this racetrack. Hemi actually has 8 seconds of cuts.
Oh,
And-
over the bars, and does he land? Oh, I thought Hemi was about to pull that off.
Caleb has 9 seconds of cuts, by the way. Kura going 2 laps down. That sucks. He was really riding good in that heat race.
He really was.
As Jake just makes a pass on Nathan, putting him a lap down now.
It's how much a difference start alone can just make sometimes.
Oh, yeah. But
A
hey, at
start
least
plus
you're-
all that consistency earlier, and he was moving.
At least your red plate is up into the top 10 right now.
Absolutely.
Trying to salvage some points. Doesn't he have
Yeah.
a pretty big points gap, though, right now?
Yeah, if things keep staying like they are, as long as he doesn't lose too many points this round or next round to Hunter, he'll clinch after the next round.
Okay.
He's got about 120, 130 point lead, something like that, right now, coming into this one.
Oh. So what he needs to do is hurry up and catch up to Hunter. Hunter's about a
Wait, no, I
section,
said
2
100.
sections
No, I said
ahead.
100. No, I'm saying, I should be saying, sorry. Then you're thinking of the other point system for the other classes. It's
Oh.
it's like a little over a 50 point lead or something like that. It's a 2 race lead right now. It's
Okay.
over a 2 race gap.
Yeah.
Why he can't
W
clutch it
lapper
now?
pressure.
Hell yeah, pressure.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir. And you know how I was saying that he needs to not lose so many points on Hunter. When I said that, Hunter was 2 positions in front of him. Now he's right in front of him on the track.
And Hunter actually made a mistake and had to go around the first part of the
Oh,
whoops.
and Rax went down on the whoops. He's in the stands. Here he comes.
And there goes Jake, putting him a lap down. As there's less than a minute left. Plus a lap.
Yeah,
It'll be 2
Stargate
laps
managed to
left
get
after-
by him as well when he went down.
Stargame's already a lap down, though. I think he had cut.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying he managed to get by Rax when he went down.
Yeah. Is
Well,
Jake the only one?
that was so close, dude. The fucking Rex had no idea that Jake was doing that. Did you see that shit?
Uh-uh.
Jake did his inside cut line, like you know how he goes
Yeah,
wide then cuts inside for that triple, and
yeah.
Rax was right behind him railing towards the berm, almost fucking clipped him.
Slam on his brakes.
No, like if it was honestly he didn't know it was happening, but it was enough of a gap to the point where if it was a split second difference, he probably would have clipped him. Like, there was no breaks and like, he just didn't know. Like fucking Jake just randomly cut, and he didn't know. Here comes Jake crossing that finish line to start the final lap around here.
Rax has Hunter now. I didn't even realize that. He did pass him.
And look,
Look at everyone's
he
doing
taught
that
yeah he
line
taught
now.
them all it. Nobody had a clue. They all saw it. They all started doing it.
Rax makes a mistake.
Or Rax.
But yeah, no one had a clue that he was doing that. I mean, hell, his teammate didn't even know he was doing it.
I know until he passed them, right? Yeah. Very creative line from Jake. Love to see it. That's like the IRL stuff you see. Honestly, I just love it.
Yeah. But I mean, Jake got out front here and has just put on a clinic.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's also why I love having deeper road too. Like he did that obviously because that outside rut there starting to suck, right? But 90 degree.
Oh yeah.
It's like I love
He's
it.
gonna claim P1 for this main event for 450 Pro. I still can't believe he put that much time alone on track.
But he lapped the fifth.
From Caleb.
He lapped the fifth. Holy shit.
But I mean, look how much time, even without cuts, like how far Caleb was behind.
All I'm saying is if you would have told me going into the main event after knowing our list of riders we had for our heats tonight that we were going to lap up to, we were going to have only 4 people on the lead lap at the end, I would have called you a liar.
Yeah. I mean, look at Raxo. He made his way up to 6th place. And he's in front of Hunter. So he just extended his points gap, whatever it was, by +1. So.
Yes, sir. But like we said, Jake grabbed that win. Caleb in second, Big Fluffy Chicken third, Hemi fourth, and Dizzle, the last man on the lead lap,